Today is the continuation of a new series, and I believe it will be one of my most exciting video series to date. In this video and in this series, I'm researching some epic basketball stories about some of the greatest players of all time. I'll do my best to research these stories to figure out what specific games they're talking about, and I'll do my best to inform you guys on the details of the event. Today, I have a very famous story from Iman Shumpert, as he describes a game he was in with Kobe Bryant. Take a listen.
The Garden, which I can't remember how much he had, but I know I had multiple steals against him. To where in the game, in my head, all I'm thinking of is when I have this conversation with my brother after the game, how I'm gonna tell him how I stole a ball from Kobe, how I stripped Kobe before he was gonna take a shot, how I drove by Kobe and got a dunk. Like, I'm thinking about all these things in my head, and I'm like so geeked. The fourth quarter start.
Wait, you were already celebrating?
Not celebrating.
In your head, though, you were already like,
in my head, I'm just thinking.
To tell.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm just thinking like, gee, I was having that out of body experience. Like,
Yes,
gee,
like, let me appreciate this is amazing.
Right, we in the Garden, they going crazy. I got my player editions on. I just stole that thing from Kobe. Like, you know what I mean? Linsanity was going on. I'm like,
Wait, was this the Friday night game in the Garden, the Linsanity game?
It might have been.
But the one that
No, it wasn't that. I honestly can't.
because Kobe went for 34 that night.
This is what I'm explaining.
And he went off in the fourth quarter.
This is what I'm explaining.
Okay.
Fourth quarter starts. And Kobe said, "You had a great game."
Oh my God.
Said, "Yo, you had a great game, young fella." But I'm looking like, bro.
There's still another quarter.
I swear I looked at the clock like. But I'm looking like, nigga, it's 12 minutes. What you talking about? What was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't said nothing the whole game. I've been talking shit. I done stole the ball. I'm hyped as hell. It's Kobe Bryant. He ain't said not one word to me. Great game, young fella. You know, locked in. The man come down. You remember he came shot fake, threw it off the glass, caught it, threw it to the corner. I'm like, bro, what you on? Like, bro, you been regular all game. Shot, get to the spot, shot fake, spin, pivot over here, spin back on the foot, drop it off the glass. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Then he pulled up from like 35 feet on some Steph Curry shit before Steph was doing that. He pulled up and laced it. I'm like, they called a timeout. Dan Tony looking at me. I'm like, bro, I ain't.
Now, as we all know, this is an incredibly famous and popular story from Shumpert, as pretty much anyone who closely follows the NBA is familiar with it. I'm sure most of you have seen the highlights from this contest, and honestly, it wasn't difficult for me to verify which game it actually was. For one, Iman Shumpert only played 3.5 seasons for the New York Knicks. Since the Knicks and Lakers were always East versus West matchups, the two teams only played each other twice a year, and only once a year in New York, which is where Shumpert said it took place. In his rookie season, Kobe and Iman were both active. In his sophomore season, Shumpert was injured and missed his New York game against Kobe. In Shumpert's third season, Kobe missed the New York game due to a fractured knee. And in Shumpert's fourth season, he was traded away from New York before he could play the Lakers. This means that there was only one game in NBA history that had Kobe Bryant and Iman Shumpert up against each other in New York, and it took place on February 10th, 2012. Although most people in this current year remember this contest for the Kobe and Shumpert angle, that was actually not the talk of the town before and after the game took place. You see, there was this undrafted 23-year-old guard out of Harvard University named Jeremy Lin, who had been fighting for simply a roster spot in the NBA for the last couple of seasons. But just a few games prior to the matchup with the Lakers, Lin had taken the reins of the point guard position, and in his first major minutes versus New Jersey, he dropped 25 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. In the next game against Utah, Lin had 28 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And then, in the third game against Washington, he had 23 points, 10 assists, and 4 rebounds. This incredibly unforeseen explosion of elite basketball quickly earned him the nickname Linsanity. Seemingly, he had emerged out of nowhere and was taking all of the media attention in the Big Apple and of the basketball world in general. The night before the Knicks and Lakers were set to square off, Kobe was asked about Lin's breakout performances, and this is what he had to say.
Have you been following that story at all?
What?
Jeremy Lin, are you following that story at all?
No idea. I know who he is, but I don't really know what's going on too much with that.
Are you surprised at the production that Lynn's had over the past week?
I don't even know what he's done. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I'll take a look.
Well, although the Mamba was unfamiliar with Lin's eruption, he would soon be made very aware. The Lakers were on the second night of a back-to-back after a tough overtime victory over the rivaled Boston Celtics, and had an underwhelming 6-seeded record of 15-11, while the New York Knicks were on a 3-game winning streak but sitting at only 11-15. The anticipated matchup wasn't Shumpert versus Kobe, but rather Kobe versus Linsanity. When the game actually started, it was Jeremy Lin who looked like the poised veteran player, while Kobe looked like anything but. Lin continued his hot streak, hitting an array of shots to open the game. At the end of the first quarter, Lin had 10 points on 4 of 7 shooting, while Kobe had 6 points on just 1 of 5 shooting. The second quarter was a bit stunning as well, as the Mamba attempted only 1 shot that entire period, missing his lone attempt. As Shumpert described, not only did Kobe seem regular, but dare I say he seemed low energy. On the other hand, Lin kept torching LA, as he scored another 8 points in the second quarter, giving him a total of 18 points and 5 assists heading into halftime, and the Knicks held the lead 49-41. Now, contrary to popular belief, it wasn't actually Iman Shumpert who spent the majority of the time guarding Kobe up to this point, but it was actually his 6'7" teammate Landry Fields. Heading into the third quarter now, and Fields continues to do a solid job of guarding Bryant. Kobe proceeded to miss his first 5 shots of the third quarter, making him an ice-cold 1 of 11 from the field. It appeared as if he was going to have an embarrassing finish and one of the worst games of his entire career, when suddenly Kobe hit a switch. You could see the intensity on the Mamba's face as he decided to be more aggressive offensively and was now committed to shooting his way out of this slump. After starting 1 of 11, Kobe proceeded to hit 5 out of his next 6 shots, and the momentum started shifting back in the Lakers' favor. Bryant cut the lead down to 6 at the end of the third, and that's when a concerned Mike D'Antoni decided to make a defensive switch from Landry Fields to Iman Shumpert. And it was at this point where the famous interaction happened between Kobe and Iman, as he told him that he had a great game. Kobe immediately went to work as he scored his first basket of the fourth by overpowering Shumpert to the cup. With just under 8 minutes left, Kobe got the iconic off-the-backboard assist to Pau Gasol. At this point, Kobe was unleashing his wrath, as he was doing everything in his power to keep the Lakers in the game. But what Shumpert doesn't mention in his interview is how it wasn't just the Kobe show, but it was an epic solo duel down the stretch, as Kobe and Jeremy Lin were trading clutch baskets throughout the fourth. Every time Kobe did something special, it seemed like Lin had an immediate answer on the other end. With just under 6 minutes left in the fourth, Lin hit this dagger 3-pointer, which extended the Knicks' lead to 13. And although Kobe wasn't aware of Linsanity the night before, he certainly understood it now, as he was witnessing its very peak. The Mamba kept shrinking the lead back to single digits, and the trading of clutch plays continued all the way down to the final minute of the game. With 52 seconds left, Lin went to the free throw line where he scored his 37th and 38th point, and the New York crowd chanted MVP in his honor. Then, with 17 seconds left, Kobe hit that deep Steph Curry type 3 that Shumpert alluded to, which cut the lead down to just 5. But at that point, it was too late, and the Knicks ended up securing the victory 92-85, which extended their streak to 4 games, and Linsanity eventually took that streak to 7. Despite it being a very low-scoring affair for the two teams, it was still a classic solo battle, as Lin finished with 38 points and 7 assists on 13 of 23 shooting, while Kobe poured in 34 points and 10 rebounds on 11 of 29 from the field. Ultimately, Shumpert appears to be another accurate storyteller in this series, And what amazes me most about all of this is how I remember watching this game in 2012. And at that point in time, I remember that everyone was talking about the craziness of Linsanity and how he outplayed Kobe Bryant. In 2012, Kobe was the afterthought of this evening. But now, in this modern year, it seems that Jeremy Lin has become the afterthought, thanks to the hilarious and epic storytelling of Iman Shumpert and the immortalized reputation of Kobe Bryant. So what do you guys think? Now that I've covered this very famous NBA story, what is another one that I should talk about? I look forward to hearing your suggestions in the comments section below. Thanks for watching as always. Make sure to like and subscribe for more basketball content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.